we're in a golden age of quarterbacks, and we still are. Even though some are retiring, Tom Brady is still going, Aaron Rodgers is still going, and then you've got the young guys who aren't as young as they were, and we're seeing them mature. And Josh Allen's career over the next 5 years, Chris, is going to be fascinating to me. He's no longer a young quarterback. This is year 5 for him. Where is he going to take this team? Are they going to be able to use what happened last year in the AFC playoff loss in overtime to the Chiefs as fuel to kick it another level beyond where they got 2 years ago when they made it to the AFC Championship? And he just seems different to me.
Yeah.
You know, when you don't hear guys talk all the time and it's been a break, and he's got a different vibe. There's a more quiet confidence. There's a maturity. Not that he was immature. He just seems like a different guy who's kind of growing into the prime of his career, and that could be very good news for the Bills.
Yeah, well, no doubt. I mean, he's special. You and I both know that. I think we're both, in that, like, it's him or Mahomes are the best quarterbacks in football. A little bit like, hey, I don't know, John Madden died, and it's like the Madden ratings people got stupid. I don't know what they're doing over there, okay?
Stop.
Yep.
Just stop
Hello. All right, so we're back again. I'd like to say that. I will say this. As special as he is and as awesome as he is, I guess I'm a little surprised at how aggressive everybody is. The Bills are, definitely the leader in the leader house or the Super Bowl. I guess, there's some things about their team that I still want to see. I find it hard to say, like, I know it was the number 1 defense in football, but what I want to say is it really wasn't. They feasted on the poor because they're really well coached with Leslie Frazier and McDermott. But as we saw, when they played good offenses, they never really stopped them that way. They didn't stop Tennessee. They didn't stop Kansas City. They didn't stop New England. That was what I would tell you. So even when they were the number 1, I don't think they were dominant and made big plays in big moments. And then is it like realistic to sit there and just go that the Bills and Josh Allen again? Josh Allen doesn't have the same support that Justin Herbert does, that Mahomes, that Brady, that Joe Burrow. It's him and Stephon Diggs, and then some other guys that we're hopeful for. I know Gabriel Davis, but he had 500 yards total the whole year last year. So can he take that step? I guess I'm just surprised that people are so, confident in them being the Super Bowl winning team or whatever, and I just saying I got some questions, I guess is what I'm saying.
Especially because the AFC is so freaking overloaded
with
contenders.
Right.
There are 13 teams that you could look at and say they are contenders in the AFC.
Yeah.
13 out of 16, the Texans, the Jaguars, and the Jets. And even then, when everybody's 0-0, you can make an argument for any of them making it to the playoffs. But the NFC is so much more wide open. We talked about the Cardinals earlier. Easier path for them to the playoffs. Far easier than the Bills or the Raiders or these other teams that would be better. That's the thing. If you stacked all the AFC teams against all the NFC teams, it's a no contest. But when it comes down to 1 versus 1, it's going to be very different. And that team coming out of the AFC may have nothing left after they go through the meat grinder of the postseason.
No doubt. There's no doubt. I mean, yeah. Or that team that was the best team in the AFC, gets upset by one of these damn great quarterbacks in the conference. And now the team that's really not the best gets to the Super Bowl, and you don't know what happens. But the AFC is fascinating. I mean, we have not seen anything like this in my lifetime where there's this many great players, especially quarterbacks, on one side of the league as compared to the other, where, the other side of the league has some question marks throughout, where we're like, man, that's their quarterback. That's their quarterback. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? What's the future look like? And the AFC, I mean, almost through and through, we're just like, damn, they're set. They're set for a while. And we'll see where it goes. It's going to be fun to see. But, Josh Allen, to me, is the best quarterback in the game.
Case in point, Chiefs are up 21-3 over the Bengals in the AFC Championship game. Chiefs-Rams is a very different Super Bowl than Bengals-Rams.
Agreed. Right. Now you got the Chiefs in the Super Bowl with one of the best pass-protecting O-lines in the game. And then Mahomes, who, as much as I love Burrow and everything, Burrow ain't Mahomes quite yet with making magic and avoiding sacks and doing all that. Yeah, who knows? I mean, that's the point right there. I think in my heart of hearts that the Chiefs were probably the better team, but they had a bad spurt there, and the Bengals were hot, and Burrow took advantage of it, and they go to the Super Bowl.
That's what's amazing. The 17-game regular season is just a prelude to a postseason where anything can happen, anyone can beat anyone else, and it's hard to feel good about anyone, especially in the AFC right now. I would take the field over every team in the AFC because there's no way to guarantee or even feel confident that anyone's going to make it through. And that's before we we injuries. Even if everybody's healthy, we still don't know who's going to make it through. Let's take a break.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.